All right, so there are 3 really interesting articles in this magazine, and I know that if I don't give you the chance to look at them, then you're going to be tempted while we're trying to focus on one of them. So I'm going to give you about 45 seconds just to look through the whole magazine and assuage your curiosity so that you know what you're looking at and you're not tempted. All right, so the article that we're going to be focusing on is the 3rd article, which is wild cats. So if you would be on page, I think it's 18 with me. Yeah, 18 and 19. I know, John, that's going to be hard not to look at the bugs, but we're going to be on page 18. All right? All right, so before we go on, what do we do before we read anything? Don't say it out loud. Whisper it really quietly to your partner. Now, before I ask for somebody to tell me what that is, whisper to your partner what that stands for so you'll remember. All right, so what do we do before we read anything, Alexis?
Pass.
Pass. And what does pass stand for, Kenny? What's the P?
Preview.
What does that mean?
You flip through the article, looking at the pictures.
Looking at the pictures and what else?
Headlines, subheads.
Headlines, subheads, all of that cool stuff. Captions, maybe. And then, while we're previewing, we are also doing the A, which is?
Activating your schema.
Activating your schema, which means what, Sierra?
You're thinking about everything about the topic. Like what you know about all the cats.
Yeah, in this case, what you know about cats. So you are connecting, basically, to your schema. You're getting that file open in your head. So we know we're looking at the file that has cats or the zoo or wherever you have that filed away in your head, because everybody has a little bit of schema about this at least. Okay, so who can tell me what the S is? William?
Set a purpose.
And it's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to set a purpose for reading. So as we are, before we set a purpose, though, you need to preview and activate the article. So activate your schema. So look through the article for about 30 seconds and preview and activate your schema. All right, turn back to page 18 and 19. Let me see you there with me. All right, check out this headline and this subheading. Is that a standard, just think in your head first, right? Now shout out. Is that a standard headline and subheading, or do you think that's inferential? Tell your partner what you think. I hear different things, so it should be interesting. Claire, what do you guys think? Is it standard or inferential?
Not standard.
Okay, why do you think standard?
Because it just tells you right there, wild cats.
Wild cats? Okay, what do you think, Kenny?
I think it's like inferential but standard because it says wildcats, but what wildcats?
Okay, so it doesn't just tell you exactly what we're going to read, but it is kind of standard. Okay, what do you think?
I think it's standard because it's not like it tells you exactly what animal or group of animals they're talking about. It's not like you didn't just say animals or it says a specific animal.
Okay, so it's somewhat standard. Is it creative use of words though?
No.
No?
Wildcats.
How creative.
I don't know, but look at the subheading. You guys are just paying attention to the headlines. Come face to fang with 3 of North America's fierce felines. Is that creative use of language?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the literary technique? We did this in writing. What did they use? Come face to fang with North America's fierce felines. What are they using in there? Mallory?
Alliteration.
Alliteration, exactly. What is alliteration for those of you who are not remembering? Face to fang, fierce felines.
Oh, the F.
Yeah, the F, using that same beginning sound all the way through. All right, so it's I agree. This one's kind of hard to tell. It's sort of standard, and it's sort of, I think it's creative use of language. They didn't just say, you know, three big cats. They were a little bit more creative than that. So we previewed, we activated, and now we're going to set the purpose. But before we talk about the strategy that we're going to add today, our purpose for reading today, what I want us to do is think about all of the different strategies we've been using all year, because we know good readers use tons of strategies all the time, all over the place when they're reading. So you're going to talk with your partner, but this is how you're going to do it. You're going to use Rally Robin. If you're person A, raise your hand really quick so I know who person A is in your pair. Person A, you're going to say the first strategy you can think of. And then person B, you're going to say the strategy that you can think of. And then person A say another strategy. And then person B say another strategy. And go back and forth until either I stop you or you can't think of any more strategies that you use as a good reader. Yes.
Do we write them down? Is it like Rally Robin?
No, you don't. It's not with record. You don't need to write them down. We're just sort of getting them out there. Yes.
It says everything.
That's one, but we're not actually going to use that one today. We're going to use a different one. So back and forth with your partner, different reading strategies that good readers use. Okay, thumbs up if you got me. Thumbs up if we're together. All right, go.
Inference.
We're supposed to be, we're like reading tracks, so we like react to the reading, and so we write down.
Okay. Let me have everybody's brains back with me. Ooh. So what are some of the strategies that we use? Alex, can you give me one that we use?
Inferencing.
Inferencing, that's like the hardest one. Yeah, that's the big one there at the end that like all the others kind of go into. What's another one, Courtney, really loud?
Leaving your tracks.
Leaving your tracks. Brianna?
Following your inner conversation.
Following your inner conversation and leaving tracks, those two go together. Quad A?
Noticing when we got lost.
That's huge, because what happens if you notice when you get lost?
You go back and strategy.
You got to use a fix-up strategy. But if you don't notice when you get lost, what have you done as a reader?
You failed yourself.
You just failed yourself.
Like, your scheme is wrong.
Because the whole point of everything is to make sure you understand. If you don't know when you got lost, you clearly don't know if you understand or not. That's the big deal. Alexis.
Thinking.
Merge your thinking with what?
Your background knowledge.
Yeah, your background knowledge. The new learning with the background knowledge. That's the merging your thinking. Claire.
Asking questions.
Asking questions, which leads to the one that Alex gave us, which was inferencing.
You react to the reading, like leaving tracks, but like you write down your reactions so you think about it.
Yeah, you got to react to it. That's what real readers do. Real readers don't read and just answer the questions at the end, right? Real readers really interact with the text that they're reading. So that's what you do, okay? And while we're doing this today, we're going to do some of that, because sometimes you can't help but notice when you get lost, or notice a new learning, or sometimes something is so interesting you have to leave your reaction. But we're really going to focus on summarizing today. That's our new strategy that we're going to work on.